Hey, good morning, Chavra. Today is the 10th of Tammuz. We're starting a new chapter, the third chapter of Vigeres HaTshuva, as we work hard to return our soul to its rightful place, closer to Hashem. In today's lesson, the question is, if a person keeps doing the same sin many times, do you actually have to, do you have to fast the amount of sins or not? Let's take a look at what the Alter Rebbe suggests. Perek Gimel, chapter 3, though fasting is not at all necessary for attaining atonement, as we discussed 2 days ago. All you have to do for tshuva is say, I'm never going to do it again. That's it. Nevertheless, fasting is like a gift to Hashem, like a korban olah. So according to the Arizal, derived from the Kabbalah, the number of fasts to be undertaken for numerous transgressions, even those that are not subject to punishment, he gives the formula. Okay, let's see what he says here. V'hinei, we're on page 131. V'hinei chachmei hamusav achreinim nechlaku b'mi shechata chet echad pa'amim rabbis. The Musar sages, those who lived after the Arizal, were divided in their opinion about somebody who repeats a sin many times. V'yesh oimrim, and some say shetzarich lisanois mispar hatzoimois la'isoi chet pa'amim rabbis kefi hamispar asher chata. Some say that he has to fast the number of fasts appropriate to that sin according to the number of transgressions. For example, a Maitzi Zer Levatala, Shemispar Atzoimais, Amefeirash B'Tikunei Tshuva Me'arizal, Hein Pei Dalet Tanyas. The number of fasts that's recommended, that the Arizal mentioned for wasteful emission, is 84. Ve'im chata b'zeh eser oy esrim pa'amim al derech mashal tzarech l'sanais eser oy esrim pa'amim pei dalid v'chein la'ilam. Somebody commits this sin 10 or 20 times, he must fast 10 or 20 times, 84, and so on. That's the way it goes in regard to any time you did a sin, whatever the sin may be. Dumya, the korban chatos shechayev lahavi al kol pam v'pam. Upam. This is comparable to the korban chatas, the chatas offering. Note by the Rebbe, he says, meaning all the chatas offerings required for every instance of violation. Some people couldn't afford to sin. It's very expensive, Aaron. Tafilo avar al kama mitzvah say miskaper ba'olam achas. I'm sorry, ba'ola achas. Violation of a number of positive commandments, meaning if you miss the mitzvah, is atoned for, and the individual finds favor in God's eyes by one oila. Interesting. So when it's a prohibition, it's for each one. When it's a positive commandment, one covers them all. At least that's the way I understand it, as the Talmud explains in Zvachim chapter 1. The accepted decision in this dispute. So some say it's per sin, and others say that one korban could cover them all. So the accepted decision in this dispute is to undertake 3 times the number of fasts prescribed for that particular sin. So not only 1 per sin, but 3 times the amount. 3 times 84, which is 252 fasts for wasteful emission, and similarly for other sins oft repeated. And the reason is Al Pi Masha Kosu B'Zeir HaKadosh Seif Parshas Noach Kivon Dechov Bar Nash Kamei Udsha Berichu Zimna Chada Ovid Rishimuchulu. This is based on the teachings of the Zohar at the end of Parshas Noach, that as soon as mortal man sins once against Hashem, he makes an impression, and above, should he sin a second time, the impact of his sin is even greater. Zimna Tilisa Ispashetahu, Isma, Isitra da, la da, Isitra da. The third time he commits the sin, the stain penetrates from one side to the other. Just like by the third time. Once you do something by the third time, you're like, I can get away with this. It's not such a big deal. Therefore, the number of fasts also should be 3. So the takeaway is, and we mentioned this a couple days ago, that we do not have to fast for tshuva. But when we do fast, it's like a gift to Hashem. Fasting is like bringing a korban, bringing a sacrifice to Hashem. It's not the tshuva itself. The tshuva is the sincerity and the commitment to say, I'm never going to do this again. Or if it's a mitzvah that you missed over and you're just being lackadaisical about it, you missed this, you missed that. You're saying you're never going to miss it again. And you don't think, maybe one day I will. But right now, I'm not. No, you resolve to never do whatever it is that you did, or to make sure not to miss it. And then if you do fast, it's not the tshuva itself, but it's rather a gift, a special gift to Hashem. That's it. Short and sweet today, and tomorrow also a little bit shorter. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, everyone.